That which you carry, is it a Jaya stick? The Hive Chief has given this to me. I shall receive it. I thank you for bringing it to me. Now, did you learn what you wished? No, do not tell me. It is written clear upon your face. So even the High Chief could not help. Then you must seek the Great Chief. I would meet with the Great Chief. Yes, it is true the Great Chief may know something that would aid you, yet arranging an audience may be quite difficult. I must learn more about the Nethicite. I cannot turn back now. Please tell your Great Chief that I am the one of the royal line of Dalmasca, a direct descendant of the Diana's King Wraithwall. If the Gareth have passed down the knowledge of the stones, they must know the Nethicite that the Diana's King once held. Do you have proof of your heritage? I do not. I have looked into your eyes and seen that you speak the truth. The truth, Hume child. I give you my trust. The Great Chief is ahead across this bridge. Just because. Woohoo! The Great Chief is ahead. Will you meet with him? Meet with the Great Chief. Because it's talking time. Story time.
This Nethicite, you have used it.
It was not I who used it. Indeed, I had hoped you could show me how. Thus I've come.
You do not know the workings of the stone, then we are no different.
What?
In ages past, the gods made a gift of Nethicite to my people. But the manner of its use eluded us. Displeased by our failure, the gods took back their stones. They chose instead to give them to a Yum king. Called the Dynast King, he used the Nethicite's power to bring peace to a troubled time. It is a curious thing. Though the blood of King Wraithwall flow through your veins, you cannot wield Nethicite.
Cannot wield it? So then, am I to understand you can't tell me how to use the stone?
Though it shame me so to admit, here before me stands a descendant of the Dynast King himself, and I can accord her no help at all. Still, even if you knew how to use the Nethicite, you would find it of small avail. The mist collected in the stone over ages past is lost, and with it, the stone's power. It will be your posterity who wield the stone in ages yet to come. This stone is devoid of power, empty, yet full of thirst. A terrible longing to drink the world dry. The power of men and of magic. Of good and of evil. It is often those who desire Nethicite whom the Nethicite itself desires.
Yee!
Larsa?
Small Hume child. Oh my god. I love Larsa so much. It hurts.
To Baromi says.
I say we ought leave tomorrow. I was going to wait for my escort to return, but meeting you here has presented a great opportunity. This terrible war can be stopped, but I will need your help to do so.
A war?
You know the Marquis Ondor leads a group of insurgents. Your pardon. He leads a large resistance force against the Empire. Lady Ash, Neither of our countries can afford this now. The Rosarian Empire would stir. They would aid the resistance and use this aid as a pretext to declare war on Arcadia, and Arcadia would have no choice but to answer. Lady Ash, let us go to Bur Omises. With the blessing of His Grace, the Grand Kiltius Anastasis, you may rightly wear your crown and declare the restoration of the Kingdom of Dalmasca. As Queen, you can call for peace between the Empire and Dalmasca and stop Marquis Ondor.
For peace? How dare you say that? The Empire attacked us, stole all we hold dear, and you would have me save them from war?
Dalmasca would be the battlefield. What if Nethicite were used on Rabanasta? You know my brother would do this. Forgive me. I presumed overmuch. I could think of no other way to avoid bloodshed. If you cannot trust me, then please, take me as your hostage.
We have two separate instances
Rustler.
of being hostage. Ash is hostage of Balthier.
You saw him, didn't you? Like at the King's tomb.
So you did see him too. But why?
It's strange. Before, I didn't even know what you looked like. And the prince? I barely knew there was a prince. Who knows? Maybe the person I saw was my brother.
Bosch told me about him.
He enlisted right at the end. But for what? He knew he couldn't win.
To protect something.
Yep.
How can he protect anything when he's dead? Was it different for Prince Rastler? Did that make sense?
Hope.
Hating the Empire, getting revenge, it's all I ever thought about. But I never did anything about it. I mean, I realized there was nothing I could do.
Nope.
It made me feel hollow, alone. And then I'd miss my brother. I'd say stuff like, I'm gonna be a sky pirate, or some other stupid thing.
Aww.
Just anything to keep my mind off it. I was running away. I needed to get away from his death. That's why I followed you. You know what? I'm through with it. I'm through running. I'm ready to find my purpose. To find some real answers. Some reasons. If I stick with you, I think I will.
I wish I knew.
I'll find them.
Boy's going after girls way older than him. I have no idea how old Ash is. Young adult? I know he's 17. And Penelo's around the same age.
I will accompany you to Mount Baromises.
I had hoped you'd say yes. I'm glad.
My heart is not set. I still have questions. I hope to find answers along the way.
I had other reason to invite you. There is someone I'd like you to meet, waiting on Bur Omises.
Who is that?
An enemy, and an ally also. You will just have to wait and see for
Oh,
yourself.
I know who it is.
That Larsa likes his secrets.
He does not mean ill by it.
He's not bad. At least for an Imperial.
I don't know why, but it feels like Penelo is just left out.
Holy Mount Bur-Omises stands at the northern end of the Jagd Remuda. Once we're in Jagd, we need not fear pursuit by their airships.
Don't get your hopes up.
You remember the Leviathan sailed straight over the Yacht, right up to Wraithel's
Yep.
tomb. Skystone that works even in Yacht. You know, Nethersight's behind it. Little wonder they're so keen on the stuff.
And what is it you're after, Balthier? You're a welcome hand and a great aid, but why?
Worried I'm out to steal the Nethersight, eh? Can't say I'm unaccustomed to people doubting my intentions. Nothing could be further from my mind. Shall I swear by your sword or some such?
Apologies, but I needed to know where you stand. Her Majesty depends on you, and you seem to have an interest in the stone.
I'm only here to see how the story unfolds. Any self-respecting leading man would do the same.
If you don't pay attention to the lip syncing, then it's fine. But if you do, there's a little problem. Like, you can visually tell there's a little problem. So, you will leave. Yep. Take this as a token of our parting. Oh, you obtain a recurved crossbow and a quiver of onion bolts. If you would ride a chocobo, you may. I have spoken to with the Moogle. Ha! She! Gertie is a girl. Woohoo! We know Gertie is female. Awesome. Spoken with the Moogle. She will not charge you for your first use of the chocobos. Take care of the road ahead. Should it lead back to our land, you are welcome guests. Spirits of the land watch over you. Hey, Gertie! Gertie's such a pretty girl. Would you like to buy a map? Yeah, sure. I have enough gil. Chahara? Ooh, okay. Alright, so if we go out of here, we're gonna be heading this way and then down that way, because that's where... it's where I thought it would be. Well, we'll just have to see. I heard from the war chief. You ride for free. The offer's only good ones, though. Well, care for a ride? Hire a chocobo. What's that? You've not ridden a chocobo? Don't worry. Just be mindful that you've a limited amount of time for your ride, Cupo. Off you go. Quite a treat watching the world fly by from your perch in the saddle. What in the world is this? There we go, it picks up. Do, 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 do. Oh, where am I going? Oh, no. Oh, okay. Well, I guess I'm going this way.
I guess this one was a success.
Wow, I'm impressed, Bon.
I got a good feeling.
An alliance between Dalmasca and the Empire.
Reason tells me 'tis the only course. We must avoid a wasting war with the Empire at all cost. Yet I fear I could not bear the shame, had I but the strength.
A shame perhaps for me and for you. But for Dalmasca, 'tis hope.
And you can just accept this, can you?
After Vane's ruse, I had abandoned hope for honor. Yet, never did I forget my knightly vows. If I could protect but one person from war's horror, then I would bear any shame. I would bear it proudly.
Like that
I could
pot
not defend
holder.
my home. What is shame to me?
people hate the Empire. They will not accept this.
There is hope.
Right?
Don't
Hope.
encourage
Hope for
that.
a
Yep.
future where we can
Not
join
that bad,
hands
am I?
I
as
got a
brothers.
good feeling.
Larsa, please. This is serious.
I'm sorry. Don't be Larsa. Somebody's got to put him in his place.
No idea what just happened. But they're just like, if the children can look past each other's differences. Judges. I think that one on.
The
Nope,
Senate may
never
play
mind.
at intrigue, but Lord Vane is not one to be brought down easily. The entire military waits upon his orders, from the War Council down to the rank and file. What better blade than he to strike down the enemies of the Empire?
Your Honor reminds me of Zect 2 years since. He, too, put his trust in Lord Vane's strength, and what became of him? Gone without a trace since Nabudis.
I will not hear you malign Judge Sect. He was a noble warrior. Or do you think his trust in Lord Vane ill-placed?
Vane took 2 of his own brothers' lives. He is ruthless beyond contempt.
Ruthless, you say? Would he were more so? He gives traitors no quarter, be they of his own blood. How fitting for one who would bear the burden of empire.
Ha!
But could we bear him? Zagabath, what of you? Surely you do not believe his brothers were traitors?
So found His Excellency Lord Gramis, you would do well to mind your tongue, Drace. That matter is long past.
Your Honors, a summons. Lord Vane has arrived at the palace.
We come at once.
Lord Larsa has left for Baromises. He hopes to enlist the aid of the Grand Kiltius in stopping the insurgents. I doubt this will be enough to deter Ondor, but even a slight hindrance to his operations would be welcome. This will delay the Rosarian invasion, and we will have bought much-needed time to shore up our defenses.
Just as His Excellency had hoped.
No matter the result, I'm pleased with the young lord's progress. I can already see the stunned faces of those mud-witted senators. The fools think a child emperor's strings easy to pull from the shadows. But they will find that Lord Larsa is no puppet.
Yes, the senators would be most pleased with a puppet for an emperor. Recall, Drace, how the Senate fears and despises Lord Vane's ability. When they realize the truth, that Lord Larsa is no docile lamb to be shepherded, they will bare their teeth and devour him.
You're right. I shall speak on this matter with His Excellency at once. Gabranth, it falls to us to protect Lord Larsa. Are we agreed?
Aye.
I don't know why, but it's like surrogate mother judge and then surrogate father judge. They're gonna protect the poor baby. Just look at him, he's so cute. And then of course, I'm curious. Oh, okay, you can't change party members while mounted. Man, I've got quite a long time on this chocobo. Kind of explore a little then. I thought there was another area in which I can traverse with the chocobo. I don't quite remember. one area. I'm trying to think of it because I think it's down here. Alright, I've got a minute left. It was like on the side of something. Hmm. 40 seconds. Maybe it's up this way? Yes, it's up this way. Oh, I can't talk to him, never mind. Well, I mean, I didn't think I would be able to talk to him, but like I've already come through there. I don't think so. Boop. Bye, Chocobo. Game Hunter. We tried. Oh, it's Goldmore Jungle. Goldmore Jungle. Anybody who knows me and has known this game, Goldmore Jungle. Yes, Goldmore Jungle. But I'm afraid the beginning of Goldmore Jungle will have to wait until next time. See you guys then.